Hello everybody, a warm welcome to one and all. I'm Abhilash from the Department of Business Studies in Vidhyaashram PU College, the Temple of Excellence. Thank you so much for all the comments and all the loves which you people are showing it to me and our college. Students, today I have brought you our next chapter, that is the second chapter, Principles of Management. In the second chapter, Principles of Management, you will know what exactly the principles are, how management is used in the corporate level, how management is used so that we can make more profit in a short time, and this is what we are aiming at. In this chapter, you will come across many people like Henry Fayol and F.W. Taylor. Henry Fayol is the father of general management, and F.W. Taylor, that is Frederick Winslow Taylor, is the father of scientific management. You will get a 2 marks question, that is who are the father of general management and the scientific management. You are supposed to write Henry Fayol, as well as you are supposed to go with F.W. Taylor, because both are the pioneers of management. Today's topic is Principles of Management. Let's know the meaning of Principles of Management. Principles. Students, if you have principles in your life, then your life is successful. The reason is principles are broadly classified into two terms. That is, one is guidelines. It gives you a direction where exactly you are supposed to go. It gives you everything, that is what you are supposed to do and what you are not supposed to do. That's why principles is very broad and it is general. It is what? General guidelines for decision making. It is for what? Decision making. Your principles are good, your directions are good. The directions are good, your life is beautiful. That is why the principles of management means it is a set of general guidelines. Why it is used? For decision making and behavior. Once your behavior is set, once you are set with your behavior, everything comes in the same kind of a place where exactly you want it to be there. That is what is called principles of management. So the next topic which I'll be discussing is our Henry Fayol. Students, Henry Fayol is the father of general management. He is the father of general management. He is a person who started to analyze what exactly management should be, how exactly we need to interact with our laborers, how exactly we need to nurture our employees. And he told that if you will think about your laborers and employees, only then a company can be successful. That is what Henry Fayol aimed, and he wrote a book in France, and that was published in England. That was published in England in the year 1949. In the year 1949. Let me tell you, Henry Fayol was born on 1841, if I need to be very precise. He was born on 29th of July 1841 and he died in the year 1925. Please remember these dates, because you are a commerce student, you are a management student. You need to know about the father of general management, that is Henry Fayol. Students, here what you are supposed to learn is what is the contribution of Henry Fayol. This person, you need to know, he graduated as an engineer. And in just 19 years he worked in a company called the mining company in France. Let me tell you, Henry Fayol was born in Ottoman Empire. Ottoman Empire means now it is called Turkey. He is a French person, and what does he do? He has given a contribution to the field of management. And what exactly the management is all about? He went more with his Fayolism, which is very, very popular even for an MBA student, even for an MCOM student, even for everybody. This Fayolism is very important. So today I'll tell you more about Fayolism. Just a brief introduction, what exactly Henry Fayol is. He is the father of general management. He is born on these other things, that is 1841, and he died in 1925. He had written a book, he had written a book called The General and Industrial Management, which was published in English, and then he was recognized as the father of general management. So moving on, we have the 14 principles of Henry Fayol. What is it? 14 principles of Henry Fayol. Guys, 14 principle of Henry Fayol is a long answer type question, which is a compulsory question for your second PU, for your class 12, for your BCom, for BBA, for any kind of a management. This is a sure question, that is, what is 14 principles of Henry Fayol? You are supposed to write all 14 things. Today I'll tell you all the tricky things, what exactly you need to write. So the first 14 principles of Henry Fayol is division of work. What is it? Division of work. So let me tell you the principles first, then I'll explain one by one properly. The second is authority and responsibility. So the first one is division of work, which can also be called as division of labor, and the second one is authority and responsibility. The third one is discipline. Only when you have discipline, everything will be proper. The fourth one here we have is unity of command, followed by unity of direction. Then you have scalar chain, and then you have fair remuneration. Without money, nobody gonna work for you. So these are the 7 one. In the next slide we have 7 more. So let me explain each one of them properly, right? Now, division of work. Students, what is division of work? The work is divided into small pieces and then it is given to the employees. Now what exactly the work is? Who will divide the work? The work will be divided by the manager. Who will do it? The manager. He will divide the work and he will give it to the subordinates or the people. Then these people will work according to what the manager has allotted. After that, what happens is these people who have this division of work, they'll get specialized. What will they get? They get specialized because they are doing the same work every day. After day goes on, night comes in, night goes off, and day comes in, these people will become specialized. When they become specialized, now the company is making productivity. When productivity is more, definitely what will it result? It results in wealth maximization. That is the first principles of Henry Fayol. That means don't give them bulk job, give them small jobs, but let them get specialized in it. And the second one is authority and responsibility. Please understand these terms, authority and responsibility. What is this authority and responsibility? Authority means it flows from top to bottom. Authority flows from top to bottom and responsibility moves from bottom to the top. That means a person who is in the top level, he will be having more authority comparatively to a people who is in the middle level. So that's why authority flows from top to bottom, and responsibility is like the supervisor level need to obey what the middle level does, and what the middle level does should be actually accepted by the top level. That's why authority, responsibility. The next thing is discipline. Guys, if authority and responsibility is there, definitely there is something called discipline. If discipline is attained, discipline is maintained from the employer and from the employee, then this general management is successful. The reason why it is, I'll tell you. In a very great difficulty, say example, this COVID pandemic is there, right? The organization will tell the laborers what they are supposed to do, as well as the laborers will tell the organization what exactly they need. If both of them come into one term and they are disciplined in whatever they are agreeing, then definitely both of them will get more success. That is why it is called discipline. I'll give you an example, right? What is the example? I have agreed as an employee, I have agreed that I will work for my company so that my company will get everything called as profit, and whatever the losses is there, we will recover it. But in the meantime, what my employer will promise me is, if you help me in my difficult place, in my difficult situation, in my difficult phase of life, I will help you when I'll recover all my losses. This is the reason discipline is very important. The next thing is unity of command. Unity of command. The word unity, please understand the word unity. What exactly it shows? Unity of command means each employee should have one boss. What is it? Each employee should have one boss. If one boss is there, it is very easy for him to give command. If there are two superiors and they give command to many people, then there is something called confusion, right? Everything will go mumbo jumbo. That is why unity of command means each employee will have one boss. This is called unity of command. The next is unity of direction. The person who gives a command need to give directions. So unity of direction, again the word unity, that means what? You have one person who will give you command. The same way, the same person need to give direction. This is called unity of direction. The next thing is called scalar chain. Guys, this is a new term for you. Scalar chain means it is the way of communication which says that authority flows from top to bottom and responsibility goes from bottom to top. I'll give you an example here in scalar chain. What happens? Okay, scalar chain will be like this. Yes, scalar chain will be like this. We have this three types, right? We call it as three tier levels. One is you have top level, middle level, supervisory level. You understand this? In my sessions we have understood the levels of management. Scalar changes exactly the levels of management. Here what happens is, the scalar chain means the authority flows from top to bottom and responsibility goes from bottom to top. This is called scalar chain. Only when you have scalar chain, you will get discipline. And scalar chain is a military concept. Scalar chain is what? A military concept. The next thing is called fair remuneration. Paisa. Only when I get proper money for my work, I want to work, or else I feel like I shouldn't work because nobody is giving a damn to my work is what I feel, and that is what will lead for not having productivity. That's why Henry Fayol says that whatever it is, you need to give fair remuneration to your employees. These are the 7 principles of Henry Fayol. We'll have a quick recall. The first one is division of work. Second is authority and responsibility. The third one is discipline. You are supposed to be disciplined. The fourth one here is unity of command, followed by unity of direction. Unity of command, unity of direction. See, same line, right? That is why it is called scalar chain. And then you have fair remuneration. Moving on, the next is 8th one, E for 8, E for equity. Easy to remember. E for 8, E for equity. This is the 8th one. Equity. Guys, India, what we actually go with? We all go with equality, right? That is what it is, equity. Even Henry Fayol feels that we need to be equal. Everybody need to be treated equally. There should be no discrimination between gender, community, religion, any kind of a thing. That is what he aims at in a management, in a office, in a business. If there is equity, if they maintain it, then it is beautiful. That is what his principles are all about. Principles means what? It is a guidelines. Equity, it's also a guidelines. You are supposed to treat everybody equally. Next thing is centralization and decentralization. Here in a 1 mark also they can ask you a question, what is centralization or what is decentralization. In 2 marks also they can ask you what are centralization and decentralization. I'll help you to crack this very easily. Understand the word centralization. Centralization means one person who is in the authority, centralized, and everybody need to work according to what he wants. This is called centralization. That means the power is in the hand of one or few people. It is what? The power in the hand of one or few people. That is called centralization. So what is decentralization? The power is in the hand of many. What is it? The power is in the hand of many. That is called decentralization. So hope you have understood what is centralization and what is decentralization. Sometimes, right? Centralization result to a monopoly kind of a thing. That is, he want to get the things done through the way he wants. So sometimes you feel, I don't want to work with that person, but decentralization is always advisable. Followed by next is order. Yes, everything should be in an order. What is this order? It's a very important principle in Henry Fayol 14 principles, right? Why? Because in 19th century, now I'm not talking about the 21st century, I'm talking about 19th century, Henry Fayol thought there should be an order. What is this order? Everything should be placed properly. Everything should have a particular place so that everything goes smoothly. See about his management. Do you feel that he is just a management guru? He is the management guru because he had a vision that is not for 1 year or 5 year or 10 year. He had vision for centuries. That is, everything should be in an order so that it is like proper. You should have a proper management. Then we have, yes, student, this topic I'll tell you in the last because it is very, very interesting. So we'll go with this, the same order. Let me go with the same order. The next thing is subordination. Subordination of individual interest to group interest. What is it? Subordination of individual interest to group interest. That means you shouldn't think about yourself. You should think about the organization. Don't think about yourself. Don't be a selfish. Think about how to develop the organization, how to grow the organization, because once the organization will grow, automatically you will grow. That is what he has said. See, this is the 19th century 14 principle. This is not the 21st century 14 principle. The 19th century and the 20th century 14 principle. And he says, don't think selfish. Don't be a selfish. You should think about organization. Your priority is your organization. That is what it is. The next thing is, yes, stability. What is it? Stability of personnel. What is the meaning of personnel? Personnel means staff. Personnel means what? Staff. Whoever are your employees, they are your personnel. Stability should be there. Exactly, I'm telling you, he did not become a father of general management just like that. He thought everything properly. He is a visionary and he made it a mandatory that there should be stability. If there is no stability, if there is turnover of labor, what happens is the organization will not get honest employee as well as the employees will not get a proper organization. It's always the two-way wherein employee and employer are mutually benefited with each other so that stability of personnel is retained. If labor turnover is more, if people are coming to the organization and quitting the organization will not develop. That is what he aims at, called stability should be there. The next thing is initiative. I for initiative. Initiative in the sense, it is not the organization which will knock the opportunity to your door. It is that you need to go tell the organization, sir, I'm ready, I will do it, I'll take up this job and let me proceed with this. Only then you will grow. When you are growing, organization grow. It's a vice versa. Organization is growing, that means you are growing. That is why it is called initiative. Initiative means the personnel, the staff, they need to take initiative to do more work. This is called initiative. And the last one, as I told, A-Spirit D-Corps. A-Spirit D-Corps means unity. That means you need to be united. You should mutually benefit each other. The employee should have a bond and then they need to work properly. There should be a brotherhood, harmony but not discord. This is what A-Spirit D-Corps is all about. Students, if you take these examples and then move on with your business, if you go with all these principles and take it to your life and then restart your principles, then definitely you will attain success. Let me recall the 8th one, E for 8, E for equity. Then you have the 9th one, centralization and decentralization. The 10th one is order. 10th one, how to remember this, I'll just tell you. 1-0 order. That is how you are supposed to remember. The 11th one here, subordination of individual interest to group interest, followed by stability of personnel, and then you have initiative. I for initiative. I need to take initiative. And the last one is Henry Fayol is a Frenchman. That's why the last word is A-Spirit D-Corps. You need to work together. So hope you have understood Henry Fayol 14 principle. If you have any doubts, you can comment, you can actually call us. Vidhyaashram is always there for you 24/7. We are student centric. We are only for the students, by the students. Thank you so much. I'll see you when I see you.